Okay, we find our adventurers. Welcome back. We find our adventurers out of the tub, dripping wet, and looking to go on. And I think Itchy was in the process of doing something. What was that, Itchy?
I was looking for a way to destroy this tub.
Um, uh, Give me a general intelligence check.
Uh, that's like a six.
One thing is the tub is in a metal container of some sort,
Yeah,
but you don't recognize the metal.
right.
Uh, you don't really understand how this tub exists, so it's hard for you to try to find a way to dismantle it. It's kind of beyond your ability to destroy.
I'm gonna put the lid back on it. Quick.
Put the bed back over the top of
Yep.
it.
There you go. Ah.
When you do that, a ladder drops down from the canopy of the bed that goes almost straight up to where the trap door is.
I started to say something about how important that was for Ward, but the other Ward, but I wasn't there to hear that.
You go up to the trap door.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to listen at it, or are you just gonna pull it open?
I'm gonna see if it's trapped.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
That's a 3. Yep. That will be a natural 20. So 23.
It does not appear to be trapped. It's a little ring that you have to twist to pull it down. You pull it down, and it feels like it's on springs, so it'll snap back up. So you pull it down, and you got to hold it down until you look around and you see with your natural 20, you see there's a couple places where you can pull these hinges down and it locks it open. The room above you is super dark. It looks like there's some candlelight flickering off to the side, um, but that's all you can see from where you're at. You pull yourself up. You pull yourself up into a room that is right off the bat. You're no magic user. You're no wizard or anything like that, but you can tell this is a room where bad things happen. There's some kind of sigil on the floor, and there's these red and black candles alternating on points of some kind of star. There is bodies hanging from the ceiling, dripping blood into the sigil that is carved like a there's like a runner. The symbols are like channels. They're this wide and that deep, and it's dripping. They're dripping blood into these channels, completing this circle. In the center of this circle is a massive hulking individual. It looks like he's furred, like it's a furred individual, and it sounds like he's crying. He hasn't noticed you yet.
I'm gonna look down there. Is there anybody standing underneath the hole?
Are any of y'all standing underneath the hole?
I assumed we all were. I am.
He's telling you what he's seeing right now.
Okay, he hadn't left it completely up into the.
Yeah, he pulled himself. He pulled himself all the way up into it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go up the ladder.
As soon as he gets close enough, I'm gonna pick him up.
Okay. He picks you up and he points at a creature, a furred creature that's in the corner, and it's crying.
I'm gonna motion for the bugbear to keep an eye on me, and I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna speak.
Oh, you're gonna step out and talk to him?
Yep.
I pull
All
both
right.
my weapons.
You pulled both your weapons?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up my scatter gun and put my jacket back on before I go up. Just
Okay. Ward, what are you doing?
If I could, real quickly, I'm gonna grab my gray dragon thing again and try to ask if anybody can hear me because I need to let somebody know Warnes's girlfriend is pretty evil and she needs to be stopped too.
Okay.
And that's why you're the brains of this operation.
You so you say through the and you hear Aranel's response is Warnos's girlfriend. Who's Warnos's girlfriend?
Frasier, whatever her name is,
Fremantle.
Cinnamon Girl, my little
Alexa.
Cinnamon Girl.
Alexa. God Lord.
Fremantle. She was in the
Yes.
stand, you know.
That's That's Abigail.
PDX Fremantle is what I got wrote down.
All right.
That they're doing some kind of human sacrifices in the bedroom. And she captured Galen and had him trapped in a mirrored prison that we just got out of. And I'm not crazy, I've been tested.
Okay. So she says, so you're saying that Palexa Fremantle is in cahoots with Wernos?
Yes, in cahoots and or in charge of, because she seemed to be the brains of the operation, and she definitely is the one that had Galen trapped into the mirror. I fell in by mistake.
Galen. So Galen's returned?
He was returning with me when all of a sudden I ended up in some kind of workshop in like North Pole or something other.
We
But
need to have a long conversation.
we do, but we need to make sure that Alexa is at least monitored and or stopped.
I think Denon is on his way out of the infirmary. I'll try to catch him. I'll talk to you later when I can, okay?
All right, thanks. I might be alive.
All right, so you, Itchy, were going to say something. What are you going to say?
I'm just going to speak. I'm going to start off by just saying hello.
He goes, stops. And he slowly turns his face in the shadows. And you can see there's this weird human bear looking hybrid. He's he's built like a bear as far as strength, but his hands look like human hands. And he's got human facial distinction, except for his mouth is slightly extended and he's got fangs coming up from both the top and the bottom. On his back, you notice now he has a greatsword. But he's not wearing any kind of armor. His body is covered in fur. And he turns towards you and he goes, "Who are you?"
Call me Itchy. I'm friend or foe.
Are you friends with the master?
I knew.
He stands up to his full height, which is 11 feet tall. And he stretches and you hear his bones pop. And then you see there's like shards of bone that are sticking through his fur. And he turns towards you and his eyes glow a deep red. And he goes, "You shouldn't be here."
And apparently, neither should you. Who are you?
I am lost. Who I am and who I was are no longer important. This is what I am. And he starts to cough. And a large red mucus bulbous thing comes out of his mouth and splashes on the ground. And you see a 8-legged creature, meaty looking creature, starts to skitter around the room.
That was that.
I step up next to him now.
You say, what was that?
No, I step up next to
Yeah.
him.
But Itchy says, what was that?
Yeah.
It's part of my disease, part of my curse. I seem inclined to kill you, though I don't want to. He strides forward. He strides forward 2 steps.
How big is this room?
It is about 25 feet tall. It's 60 feet in diameter, 30-foot radius from the center to the side.
How close is he to me?
He took 2 steps, and each one of those steps is about 5 feet, so he's about 10 feet away from you.
Can I cast a spell?
We can roll for initiative.
Did I get to move up beside him before that happens?
Yeah, you're up beside.
Okay.
The spell I was going to cast is semi-harmless.
All right, 20 to 25.
I rolled a 25, but I don't know if I'm in it.
You are. Everybody needs to roll initiative.
Okay.
So you rolled 25?
Yep, natural 20 plus 5.
All right.
That's a lie.
Bergen rolled a 20.
Bergen.
17. Bergen Llewellyn is his name.
I've heard that name before.
Is that the elf?
Huh?
Was that the elf that sent us looking for her kid?
No. I think wasn't her name like Rosa, something like that.
Her name was Rosa.
Whatever her son's last name was.
Yeah. All right, 15 to 20.
We got 18.
I'm forgetting everybody's name today. 10 to 15. 5 to 10.
8.
About 5. Rosa Maryland. And her kid's name is Jen.
Okay. All right, Ward, you're up first.
All right, how far
You
can I get up there?
You hear muttering conversation. You're right underneath there. It's about a 8-foot climb. You can be up and then all the way next to Itchy if you'd like to be,
Is that as far as I can get?
unless you dash.
All right, I'm dashing.
Okay.
I'm gonna get right up on him.
All right.
I'm gonna tell Grit, don't be mad at me, but I gotta try to save him.
Are you serious?
All right. That's all you can do now. You don't.
I know I can't do anything, and I know I'm probably going to get killed, but yep, I say that.
It is Bergen's turn, and he looks at you curiously with his malformed face,
Yep.
and he goes, "You run towards your death. I admire that."
That's the least weird thing that's happened to me today, bud.
That's because he wants to save you.
Don't you use that tone with me. I will stab you with my rapier.
We got some healing potions if you need them. Just let us know.
I'm not giving him the healing potions, but I'm going to try to remove a curse.
All right, so he does not draw his sword. So he slashes at you,
Yeah.
trying to get you across the throat with his claws. And his
That's
first
not where I'm armored. I cast bark skin.
I don't think he hits you. I don't think a 15 hits you, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So that's his first strike with one claw. He brings his other claw across to strike again.
Yep.
That's even less. He misses, and then he's frustrated as hell because he wanted to kill you, even though he
Yep.
doesn't want to kill you. And then
Yeah.
he's going to try to bite you right on the forehead. Ah! And that is a 24.
That will hit.
All right.
How's that forehead feel?
You take 9 points of piercing damage as you feel his teeth rip into your forehead and tear your right here. You can feel his teeth dig in and tear the skin up.
Oh,
And right here, it rips down, and you just start bleeding all down the front of your
that's
face.
a lot of blood right there at the head part. That's not good at all.
All right, that's his turn. Greg, it's your turn, bud.
I assume he has blood, correct?
What's that?
I assume he has blood, correct?
Yes, he does have blood.
Okay. Well, I'm going to swing my mace first.
So you're going to step up on him?
Yes. And that is a 21.
That hits.
Okay.
Sorry, I brain farted.
That's 10 points of damage.
Okay. This is your mace?
Yes. Now, stabby stab
All
for 18.
That's exactly what you need.
Okay. And that's a 8 points of damage, and that fills up my dagger finally. And then we're going to go back to my sword.
Mace.
Mace, I mean, yeah. And yeah, 8 doesn't hit.
No. Anything else you'd like to do? That was your action and bonus action and movement. So
Let me go ahead and burn action surge.
Don't kill him. I'm trying to save him, Greg.
14 plus 5 is 19.
that hits.
Mace be 4 plus 6, 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Stabby stab is a 20
That hits.
for 6 points of damage. The last one is a 2, so 7, no go. And I go, ah, ha, 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 ha.
Not too bad. You did, what is that? 33 points of damage, 34 points of damage in one round, something like that.
There was a Llewellyn that was in the paperwork that the master had. Of course, I didn't hear his name, but I'm just saying. Because I got it wrote down somewhere.
All right. You notice that little skittering thing comes over and starts to crawl up Itchy's back. So
Get it off! Get it off!
it's going to attack you with a bite.
That
That is a 20.
hits.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
22 with a crit.
22 with a crit. You take 1 point of piercing damage,
Okay.
and you feel like your body was trying to be paralyzed, but you're able to shake it off. That is its turn, but it's on your shoulder trying to bite your neck. All right. Slade, it's your turn.
So I need to climb the ladder.
Yep.
When I get up there,
You see 3 people all right in front of you. One of them's got something creepy on his arm, on his neck. The other 2 are right in front of this big, massive bear mutant creature.
okay, so I'm going to go after the bear creature and crossbow.
Okay.
Sharpshooter.
Hey, what'd you roll? Did you fumble?
No,
John.
no, I rolled a 9. It's 13.
That misses. Hey,
Hey.
if you wanted to tell this young man something about the trap that he created.
We no longer like you at all.
I thought it was really, really bad when I go into my office and I see that incredible dungeon that was written down, but then to have that kind of nastiness shown towards me and betrayal and evil underhanded overlordy thinkingness, it may take years to recover.
Yep. Sorry, I figured y'all would want to say something to him.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, Slade, you're up there and you missed with your first attack.
Yeah, second attack. That's going to be a 21.
That hits.
And that'll be 9 damage.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Itchy. You got that creature on your shoulder trying to bite you and paralyze you. Apparently, what would you like to do?
I can't see it, can I?
Yeah, you can see if you go like this.
I'm going to look, and I am going to cast magic missile.
Okay. At first level, second level, third level.
Just first level.
Okay. On the creature or the creature and the bear.
I'm going to just hit the one on my shoulder
All right.
now.
So that's 3d4 plus 3.
That's 10 points of damage.
It screams in agony and flies off your shoulder and tumbles down through the hole that you guys came up. It's dead.
Okay. That's a very important thing.
What do you want to do now?
That's really all I can do at the moment.
And all of you see
How bad hurt is the ward?
how bad hurt is the ward.
On the scale of 1 to 66, I'm at 55.
Okay, you're okay.
But he's attacking the snout of the beast with his face.
Okay, yeah, I knew that. That's the reason I was wondering.
It looks worse than it is. It's a flesh one.
It's only a scratch.
What's got no
All right,
bleeding
Ward.
arms?
I've had one.
I got better.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me? Ward, you're up, buddy.
All right. I look at Greg, smile, reach out and touch the Welland, and cast Remove Curse.
All right, what's your save DC?
There isn't one on that.
There is on this one in this case. So it'd be 15, right?
Yeah. But I should be able to roll it.
He fails it, and he begins to. He steps back from you a little bit. So he's still in combat range for both of you,
Right.
but he shakes his head, and like he's trying to fight it. He's trying to fight and you notice that some of the monstrosity of him is changing, but he shakes it off, and he growls in anger at you, and it looks like that would have worked had he been in some kind of situation to where he wasn't aggressively attacking you. Like if he was in repose or if he was unconscious, that probably would have worked. But I also,
as my bonus action, I put the rapier in front of me so that he's less likely to try to stick me with his teeth.
all right, he's extremely angry at you.
Of course he is.
And it's his turn, and
Yep.
so he's going to go ahead and pull his greatsword out now.
Okay.
And it ignites into flame.
All right.
So
Hello, Flame Tongue, my old friend.
he also, as a bonus action, screams, and you see his eyes fill bloodshot. You recognize this behavior from one of your old party members.
He just raged.
Okay.
So, and you have a sneaking suspicion that he's Totem of the Bear.
I would
No.
suspect that, yes. So we're going to do psychic damage, right?
All right. So he comes at you. He's got 2 attacks with the sword and 1 attack with a bite. Okay.
Not if he raged,
No, he gets 3 attacks, period.
even with the bonus action of raising. Yeah, dang.
Yep.
All right.
So he comes at you. First one is a 21.
It's
I'm gonna stick my dagger out and parry.
Okay, that is 21 points. No, that's not right. 26 points of damage with 13 of it fire.
okay.
His second attack is a 18 plus 7, guys.
25.
Yeah.
25.
It hits.
That is 31 points of damage with.
I'm dead.
You're down? Okay.
Yep.
He watches Ward is cleaved down. And then he looks over at you, Greg, and he goes to bite you.
Please do, right here, buddy.
That is a 19 to hit.
Nope.
All right. His turn is done.
That's like, you can't do no better than that.
And well, he walks up closer to you and he steps on Ward as he did it. Your old friend, he just steps on him like it was just trash. Just trash on the ground. And he goes, "Your turn." It's your turn, Greg.
My mace is a fumble.
That's not good. You go to swing your mace at him, and he just casually flips it away with his sword. The flame kind of grazes the side of your face, and your mace goes pink. Next attack.
It is a 22
That hits.
with my dagger. So that'll be 9 points of damage.
So we're rounding
4.
down, right? So 4. All right.
And I guess my last one, I'm going to pick my mace up.
He didn't knock it out of your hand. It was still in your hand.
Oh, I'm going to hit him with my mace then.
Okay.
Maybe. No, that's 16.
That misses.
My bonus action.
Was to swing your dagger.
Yes. Never mind then.
All right. Slade, you're up, buddy. You just saw him just cut down Ward like he was nothing, and all Ward was trying to do was to help him.
Yep.
It's what he gets. I mean, dang, that sucks.
Does that mean we get to call him a Ward Cleaver?
Or cleaved.
Okay. So I'm going to close the distance.
Okay.
Scattergun. Angle
All
it so I'm only hitting him.
Sure.
And that is a 25 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Do it again.
So cut in half, 5, right?
Yeah. Okay, and that is 22 to hit.
22 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that time it's going to be 11 points damage.
So 5.
Round down.
All right. Slade. I mean, not Slade. Itchy. Unless there's anything else you want to do, Slade. You got to reload, right?
Yeah.
He's flaming a great sword. Flaming great sword right here, right?
He is.
I'm going to cast Command. That's a wisdom save.
DC of 22.
What's the DC on it?
14.
Oh.
He rolled a 16 minus 1, 15.
Dang.
All right, that's your action. What's your bonus action, bud?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on the board.
Thank you.
And that is 10 points.
You said 10 points?
Yep.
All right. Ward, you wake up and you're right underneath the crotch of this bear.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, I don't want to feel testy in the morning, so I'm going to get up the other way.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Bomb of the Summer Court first.
Okay.
Got the 9 whole points back. Then I'm going to try to stab him with a rapier and a hamstring or something.
Sure.
22.
Hit.
He's a proctologist now.
For 9 cut in half, 4.
All right. Is that all you can do?
I wave at Itchy, thanks, because I know he's the healer.
Yep.
All right. It's now Bergen's turn. And he looks over at his, after you stabbed him in his leg, he's like, ah. But then he turns back to Greg, and he's going to do all 3 attacks against you. Don't forget to, if I hit you, don't forget to add that.
Armor.
Yeah. 12. Less. And the bite is a 15. So he's only going to be lucky against Ward, apparently.
Wow. That's what happens. You try to help people.
I tried to tell you that.
You're trying to kill them. They're just nice to you.
Greg, that's your turn.
With a 10, 17, and a critical finally. This is with my mace. So that's 6 plus 8, 14 points damage. So it'd be 7. Gotta laugh at him again.
All right, Slade.
All right. Jonathan in this position, can I still scattergun without hitting him?
He's standing right next to you. Yeah, so you can scattergun without hitting him or Greg.
So, first attack action, reload.
All right.
Fire the scattergun round.
All right.
That's 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that's going to be 11 again, so that's 5. Then I'll action surge, fire the other one. That's going to be 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
That's 11 again, 5 more. And then final attack action, I will reload, and I'm done.
All right. He turns towards you and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. He's just like resolute. He that trepidation about wanting to kill all of you is gone. He's in full I'm going to kill everyone mode.
You're gonna be a rug on our floor.
Itchy, you're up, bud.
All right. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt
Okay.
at third level.
All right, so that should be 4, 5, 66.
Yep. Now, do I add my attack modifier on that?
Your spell attack modifier on your ranged attack roll. So it's
Be
probably
wisdom plus proficiency.
what is it, Shad?
Wisdom plus
22.
22. That hits.
All right. And now I don't add nothing to the damage. All right. So that's 22 points of damage.
Very nice. Anything else you want to do?
How's Ward?
Ward, how's Ward?
I'm up to 19 hit points.
I'm going to cast a healing word at third level.
Okay. Actually, you can't cast it at third level. You can cast it at first level.
I thought you could add it.
If you had used a cantrip,
Because of the spell.
because you did the third level of the, so you can only cast it at first level.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I'll go ahead and use yeah, I'll go ahead. That's another 10.
Thank you. 29. Getting back.
Ward, you're up, bud.
Okay. So he's 11 foot tall, correct?
He is.
So that means I can call up thunderclouds that's 10 feet high, correct?
You can call the thunderclouds above his head if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's called lightning, but you have to have at least 10 foot height to do it.
Well, it's 25 foot.
The ceiling's about 25 foot high.
Okay.
So yes, you can do that if you'd like.
Okay. It says it's a 10 foot tall with a 6 foot radius. You can see the clouds 100 feet directly above you, though, so it may not fit in there.
It's got to be 100 feet above you.
No, it says it's 10 foot high. The cloud is. But
Right,
you
which
can
means
get
it's
directly up.
that means it's 10 foot high. What are you doing, Nug Nug? Hold on, you're getting French fries out of my thing? Okay.
Did he steal your food?
Nah, I wasn't eating it. All right, go on with Emmy. Go on, go with Emmy. Hurry.
Close the door.
All right. I don't like this one as much, but I'm going to do it instead because I don't feel like that's going to work.
One sec, let me close this door behind me. Go on, Lily. Go with Emmy. All right, Ward, what are you gonna do?
I don't feel like that's going to work in this room, so I'm going to do wind wall instead.
Okay, with the wind blowing against him, in between you and him.
Yeah.
All right, that's what kind of saving throw I have to do?
It's a strength one, and I know he's going to pass it, but it'll still be half damage, and it'll be pushing against him, and he has to go against it each time.
That's a 15.
That's what he needed.
Okay.
So 17 points, cut in half, 8. And then he's a barbarian, so 4. But it's there and it's pushing up against him.
Okay. Now I know ranged attacks are at disadvantage through the cloud, but melee attacks right against you have no disadvantage. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. So he's going to go ahead and turn back on Ward, and he's going to use his first strike against him. It probably doesn't hit, believe it or not. 15.
That doesn't hit.
All right. His next attack against you,
Must have thought it was correct.
he misses again. My dice are failing me. And then he's gonna try to bite you. Just
Okay.
try to make you break the concentration. And he misses. Wow. Okay. That was a bad round for me. Breck, you're up. You got
I'll take.
What?
I don't know.
I'm on a sneak attack. 18.
That's what you need.
Okay. 6, 8. 8 points of damage, so 4. And that's a 14. And that is a 16. Oh, nope, nope, nope.
16 misses.
Yep.
All right, Slade. You've got to reload, don't you? Or you already used
I
that?
reloaded the last. That was my last action.
Okay.
All right, that's a 20 to hit.
That hits. Now this wind wall is between you and him, right?
Yeah, it's right here, going that way.
So you're at disadvantage on these attack rolls, Johnny.
It should be pushing against him. It shouldn't be a disadvantage. Should
You're
it?
on the
Anything-
backside.
Anything, it doesn't matter. Anything that goes through a wind wall, if it's a ranged weapon, is at disadvantage. Either on either side.
It's going to change.
Then
I still got a top to hit.
You got
Not
enough.
much anything. I rolled
Okay.
higher on the other one, so
Okay.
still going to be a 20 to hit. I've got that'll be 14 points of damage, reduced to 7.
Cool.
Do it again, and that time it's going to be a 19 to hit.
That's enough.
Okay, and that is 12 to rounded down to 6.
All right.
And I just want to say, look at these beautiful, full beards these men have. Oh, well, I mean, most of us men have.
All right. Itchy, it's your go, bud.
I'm gonna and it worked the last time, so I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt,
Okay.
and that's just a 12.
Okay. Well, it misses. I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll a disadvantage because it's got to go through the wind wall. But you missed it anyway with a 12, so don't worry about it. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
All right, bud. Ward, you're up, buddy.
Okay, I'm just going to leave this up just for him to do a strength check again before I roll the damage, and then I'm going to drop it after that.
That's a 13, so he fails.
14, 19 points of damage, so 9. Then I'm going to drop it.
Okay.
Causing more damage, my guys, than attack.
Bonus action, anything?
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Okay. All right. It's now Bergen's turn, and he's going to. I guess he's going to go after Slade. He's going to go after Slade, I think, just because you did the most damage to him the last couple of rounds. All right. His first attack with a Flaming Greatsword is a natural 1, so you get attack of opportunity against him if your gun is loaded.
It is not.
All right, so ignore that then. The second one is a miss again. This dice wants you guys to live. I just want you to know that.
Well, that's one of
Is
them.
Is it the Black Dungeon Master one?
It is. To bite your face, that's a 25.
Hit.
That is brain fart. 7 points of damage, and you can feel his teeth go through your cheek as he gets the side of your face, and he rips down on the other side of your temple. So it's like right here, and you're starting to bleed profusely from that area. Greg, you're up.
Ah! Come on, Daddy needs a new rug. Natural 20.
All right.
Mace. Let's be 18 points of damage.
All right, so 9.
Yep. The next one is an 18.
That hits.
That's 9 points of damage. Now wait, I don't, because I haven't used it. I'm not getting extra charges with my dagger. I mean, it's not like it builds up. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's just one container.
And the next one is an 8, so I missed on that one.
Okay. Slade, you're up, bud.
Already?
Yep.
Okay, disengage.
Okay.
Back
That's your
up. My action is disengage. I'm going to back up to the door anyway, the trap door.
Okay. Anything else you're going to do?
I'm done for now. I'm going to pull out the hand crossbow, but that's it.
Okay.
Can't attack because I disengage.
Yep. All right. Itchy.
We can't hear you, Shad.
It's because he's not saying anything. He's looking it up.
Alright. Alright. Well, that's
12 years later.
I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead.
All right. That's a Constitution saving throw or Wisdom.
Constitution, I think.
I was thinking wisdom.
Put it up. Thought I had it wrote down, but it don't. It's a 10. I don't know.
It's a wisdom.
He fails. 7 minus 1, 6.
Alright.
Boom.
And that is 15 points of damage.
So 7.
And that's necrotic doise. Necrotic doise, right? Necrotic doise.
I got to have nobody do doish to me.
It's delicious doise. It's the correct doise. All right, it's back up to Ward.
Okay. As I attempt to stab him with my rapier,
Yeah.
I tell Greg that I think Llewellyn was in the same village that Margaret was, and we were looking for him to begin with in the cave with the master and the black dragon.
Maybe so. Yeah, the guy that was up there and fell off the side and went down to the bottom.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's who this is. So I'd still like to save him, but I'm bleeding out.
Llewellyn, is this you, buddy? Are you from Margaret's place? Whatever the name of that town was.
He's frothing at the mouth now. He doesn't. His intelligence is kind of not going.
But I'm telling Greg.
I want to kill him, buddy. I can't help you.
but I'm bringing him back afterwards.
What you doing?
23 to hit
That hits.
for 10 points, cut in half to 5. Make sure that's right.
All right. It's now Bergen's turn. And he's going to go after Ward again because Ward is actually standing up to him and trying to slice him. Miss. 18?
Misses, but it's close.
Then he's going to try to bite your forehead again.
All right.
He misses.
Because he feels bad, because deep down he knows.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't feel bad. He's unremorseful. This is one of those encounters. If one of y'all dies, tough titty, said the kitty.
And it
Greg,
joke anyway.
Greg, you are up, sir.
Let's be swing. That'll be a 19.
That hits.
That'll be 8 points of damage for 4.
Okay.
Then that's a 16, doesn't hit, and that's a 18 plus 5, 23.
That hits.
My mace loves him, so that's 6 points of damage.
So 3.
No, 6 points.
Oh, so you cut it in half already? He is now below half health, guys.
Yay!
All right, Slade.
And crossbow, sharpshooter. All right. I'm going to use a luck on that.
Okay.
$13.
To hit?
Yeah.
No.
Do it again. Same thing. All right, I missed again. I'm done.
Okay. So it's getting on in time here. It's 5:15. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep this initiative. We're gonna keep this combat where it's at because he still has a long way to go. So with J Dog up there needing to evacuate the premises.
I got 15 more minutes. I'm good. I messaged Mom a minute ago when she messaged me. So.
Let's go ahead and call it right here because we've got plenty enough time in episodes, and he's still got a lot of health left, and it could last for another hour based on how it's going. So we're gonna go ahead and call it for the evening.
Glad y'all could join us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Come on up here, little guy.
I hope he don't set any traps for us.
And dice. Oh wow, you got some dice. But thank you very much for watching, and we hope that you guys stay safe. It's a troublesome time out there, and remember, whatever side of politics you're on doesn't make you a good or bad person. It just makes you a person. So be safe, take care of each other, and I don't know where the camera's going. Take care of each other, be safe, and remember, we're all in this together. Take this wild child running. All in this together, and remember, you don't know what everybody's going through. So if you can offer a helping hand to somebody who might need it, please go ahead and do that. For Mental Health Heroes, I'm the Dungeon Master. I will see you next time. Bye bye.